Shefsky here, and welcome to Fantasy House. Do you love MTV Cribs and HGTV and all the imaginative weird stuff that's out there in this world, this crazy world we live in? Well, then you're going to love this comedy podcast. I've been told it's MTV Cribs on a lot of caffeine, like a Cuban amount of caffeine, like a Vietnamese coffee amount of caffeine, like MTV Cribs on a bunch of caffeine, and then you smoked crack and told your friend about a house. Every week, my special guest walks us through their imaginary fantasy house. There's no limits on money, no limits on technology. There's no limits. We're the no-limit crew. Copyright. But basically, my guests just come up with the most insane, crazy stuff, and then and we riff and have a good time, and it's so much fun. This episode is titled "I've Always Loved Robots," starring Alex Ansoleaga. Dude, he's got so many cool stuff. Do you like your dogs? Do you like swimming pools? Do you like houses that have things where you can skydive? Huh? You like that? And there's a room that I just think is so badass in this episode. I'm super stoked. I wish we all had this room in our house. If you like all those kind of things, then you are going to love this episode. It's for you. This podcast is brought to you by me, Jon Shefsky. If you'd like me to help you buy or sell your fantasy house, or even just a regular house that exists in this realm, the real world in Southern California, guess what? I'm a SoCal realtor, and I'd love to work with you and be of service to you. So send me an email at fantasyhousepodcast@gmail.com, and we can rock and roll. Now, in the words of the great Angelo Bowers, let us do this!
Won't you take
My house is, I think the obvious is mountaintop, right? You want like a 360-degree view somehow, but I also need like a plateau.
Okay.
Because of my grounds. I got serious grounds going on. Like for me, like my house, I want to be able to do like all my fun stuff there.
Okay.
So my grounds, so I imagine the house kind of like a little bit on top, but it looks down on a massive area. We might have to like chop off part of a mountain just to make it happen.
It's all right.
It's a little
Gotta
excessive,
break a
but
couple
it's my
eggs.
fantasy. Right?
Yeah. We want the omelet that is Alex's house.
So on the grounds is I have a.
Is that the name of the
field.
coffee shop that you have at your fantasy house?
Fresh brew every day.
On the grounds? Okay.
No. I think I'd probably still make my own coffee.
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't know. So, some things I like doing. But anyways, you approach the house, and we got land, right?
Yeah.
I need to have a baseball field.
Okay.
On the property.
Of course you do.
Like
yes.
a 2,000-seat stadium. Nobody's going to come to the games, but like I want them there.
If you build it, they won't come? That's your motto?
No, nobody's coming. Well, you can't come without invitation. I mean, it's my
Okay.
house. You'd be trespassing.
Okay.
But everyone, maybe we let people in. But then I could, play baseball with all my friends.
Yeah.
Batting cages.
In a full stadium.
Yeah, like
so rad. Okay.
Like nice, clean, batting cages. It'd be nice to have, if there is games, like a mascot type situation, like on call maybe.
Yeah.
Hot dogs.
You better have hot dogs. Can I get an ice cream sundae and an upside down little plastic helmet?
I would imagine like on game days, anything you want. That's why we needed the stadium. We need to be capable of taking care of the people.
Okay.
So that would be big. Definitely baseball field. I want a flag football field. Like a little flag football stadium.
Okay.
Again, beautifully manicured, lights. But it'd be smaller. It wouldn't be like a full-size football field, even though I could have it. Even though I could have a full-size
reassuring me.
field, I want a smaller one.
Make no mistake about it.
Yeah,
I can't have
because there's something to it that it's like, it's niche.
Yeah.
I want a field that when I throw it looks like I've gone a serious distance. So,
yeah.
I got a smaller one, but for purpose. What else is on my? I've got tennis courts. I play a little bit of tennis. I used to play like as a kid, but I'm thinking my dad would really like that. I've considered even letting my dad live on the property somewhere.
That's very nice.
Tennis courts, obviously lighted and all that. Water sports. I need an actual lake, hopefully as far as the eye can see.
Okay.
For water sport type activities, maybe like a little beach on it. You could take a dip in there.
Can we have one of those little jetpack water things that they have? Have you ever seen those with like the Sea-Doo? And it's got like a tube that goes to the jetpack and it like keeps
that would
sucking
be awesome.
in water.
I don't know how they do that.
It just sucks in a bunch of water. And as long as
but how do they maneuver? Like, have you seen them? They stick they go down into the water.
And then they pop back out again?
Yeah.
I don't know. It scares me.
Who thought of that?
I don't have the chutzpah, the balls to have it. But I see them doing it. I'm like, good for you guys.
Yeah.
Really making the future come true.
I still haven't seen a video with anybody going like seriously wrong on that. Like, you know what I mean? Why hasn't anybody been hurt real bad?
They take those off the internet real fast.
But you'd think that somebody
has to have
just smashed onto the water.
Somebody's servant has died in one of those things,
yeah.
right? Some guy in Saudi Arabian servant or whatever. That you practice on it first, then we'll see if it works. And then he died, and they're like,
who's that guy?
Okay,
yeah. Well, that reminds me. If somebody dies on my property, I should probably have something to cover that.
Like, what do you mean?
I mean, I don't know if there's water. I hadn't considered somebody actually getting hurt on my property.
And this is a really dark fantasy house. This is it's like almost like you're an insurance agent.
No. We
need to have fantasy house insurance.
This is a big fun house full of activities. Airport.
You're gonna have an airport at your fantasy house. Love it.
Small airport.
Do you like flying?
Like as a passenger, or like would I take up flying?
I guess either.
I don't particularly like flying, no, but I used to skydive.
Oh, nice.
So I want a drop zone on the property. So anytime I want, there'd maybe be, I don't need too fancy of planes, but mostly something to get up in the air and that you can exit, right?
Yeah.
And, we'd have it all set up where you were allowed to drop onto my grounds.
How fun. I don't think anyone's had that yet. Al, has anybody had that yet? No. Nobody's had a skydive drop zone yet. That's
skydiving is
great.
the best, but it's just like logistically, it's not practical in LA. It's far away. It's very expensive, but you can come to my house and do it anytime you want.
Oh, thank you.
You just skydive. You can at night and everything.
Are you the tandem instructor? Like if I want to be strapped to another dude?
No, I didn't get enough jumps, and you have to have like 500 jumps before you could even start training to be an instructor.
Okay.
I had like 180.
Oh, you did a bunch, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing with skydiving, you either have like one or two, or you have like thousands and stuff.
Oh yeah, my brother did a handful. He did it like
So people get into that, and then like they actually end up getting weird. Like they'll live out there and stuff. Like
you become an adrenaline junkie, right?
Yeah. Well, it's strange because after a while, I wouldn't see it as much of adrenaline. There was like something kind of calming to me about skydiving. But then again, people do tend to start pushing it, base jumping, and then ultimately like flying their parachutes really aggressively is a thing that
sounds like a really funny thing a judge would say to you. You're an adrenaline junkie, you've got a foul mouth, and you fly your parachutes aggressively.
You fly your parachutes aggressively. Think about what you've done.
The charges are... That's the charges.
So yeah, the drop zone... what else would I have out there? I need like a farm.
Okay. What kind of farm?
I was thinking it'd be nice, like to have like my own like Wagyu beef type thing.
Oh.
Like somebody feeding my own animals. Like I don't want like a lot of produce there.
Yeah.
We could get that.
Maybe a couple carrots and a cabbage, but the rest is going to be actual Wagyu beef.
Yeah. Like maybe somebody dedicated to making sure that they're eating all the butter or whatever they do to make that meat so nice.
I haven't had it. I've been told by some close friends that it's amazing, and I've watched it on TV. But anytime I've had the chance to order it, it's so freaking expensive.
Yeah, I can't afford that,
and it's such small amounts of it.
Yeah.
That I'm like, man, I could go out you could get omakase sushi for the same price as a small little steak. It's like $150 for a tiny
Yeah, I was reading something. It's like $240 a pound for some kind of olive. I was watching that. And I've never eaten anything like that, but I imagine if they talk about it so much, I should have it. On my property.
Yeah,
on the grounds.
I want it right now. Now that you're bringing it up, dude. Okay, so we got Wagyu beef being grown on. I don't think anyone's had that either. He's really bringing it.
Well, for me, like, this house is just all the things that I would like the most,
Yeah,
like
that's what it should be for you, yeah.
Yeah, so my fantasies are things that, perhaps if I was to become like Bill Gates or somebody, I feel like somebody could do this stuff.
Yeah, this is attainable.
It could happen.
Okay.
So, yeah, all my own little animals, and I think that covers the grounds.
Okay.
Obviously, open space.
So if we're like in the front area, like let's say we're walking down from the drop zone, we're just dragging our parachutes behind us, and we're like looking at your house. What am I looking at? Like what are we seeing? What are the colors and shapes of this house?
White. I also imagine it just square, kind of, contemporary, just clean lines.
Yeah.
Big. It's weird because I feel like the rooms I have in my mind inside shouldn't look like they would fit in the house somehow. You know what
trippy.
I mean?
Okay.
But ultimately, you look at it, just looks big, clean, one floor, but very tall, very high ceilings. Top of the house, I want the whole thing just infinity pool, right?
Nice.
Like almost like you can go around the house infinity pool style.
Yeah.
So you somehow see, you're looking up and you see it kind of cascading. By the way, on the grounds, I thought I do want guest houses because my house, 1-bedroom house.
The actual house itself is 1 bedroom.
1 bedroom.
So you need separate quarters, like not even...
Nobody else is sleeping in the house.
Okay.
Like, unless you're with me.
Yeah.
In the bed. Just one giant bedroom.
Is that an offer? All right.
I would never kick you out.
I appreciate that. I'm like, hey, bro, can I crash at your house? And not in the casitas. You're like, okay, you can share the bedroom.
Get out, get down. But ultimately, so if you're looking up, it depends from where you're looking from, too. Because I imagine, like, the house has, a 360-degree view of... I'm thinking like L.A. I want to be able to see oceans and mountaintop, but at the same time, you look down and you see the baseball stadium, the football stadium could have lights on the other side. Drop zone, right? You got lights over there.
Yeah.
Tennis courts. My dad's out there. He's playing tennis, maybe. So it kind of, all kind of, even though the grounds are huge, it all kind of comes up. And I don't want to be too sharp, I don't want to be too high up there.
Yeah.
I don't want the people visiting thinking that I got pretentious.
The people that are visiting, they're like,
I don't want them thinking that I got too fancy.
This guy with the humble big white square contemporary house with the infinity pool on the roof?
I try to remind them that I just wanted to, I humbly try to just get all the things that I really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Just clean. I would imagine there needs to, how would I pave the outside somewhat? There needs to be a little bit of area, but ultimately just nice, clean grass coming down. I want to be inviting, even though it's kind of, those lines wouldn't necessarily think so, but you're also looking up. I want the walls to be glass. But with some technology where you can turn them dark if you want to, right?
Yeah. Oh, totally.
So at any point in time, you could potentially look inside, but also not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you want your privacy, you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, and you could do it by, different portions of the house.
You could have like a technology in your robe that when your robe hits the floor, it goes black, like a welding mask.
What's that?
Have you ever seen like a welding mask? How the ones that you don't have to actually slip down, they just like as soon as the light goes bright, they go.
They come down?
No, like you don't physically have to. In the old days when you're starting to weld, you get everything all lined up and set up. And you snap your neck real quick, and your mask comes down and falls down in front of you, and then it's protecting you.
Yeah.
The newer style that they've had probably for 20 years or so, but you've got your mask on, and it's already dropped down. Your lens is clear. As soon as whatever chemicals in the actual glass on your lens, as soon as the arc starts from a weld, in that split 100th of a second, your mask goes. It goes black.
How does it know?
There's like a chemical in it. When that light hits it, it turns black.
It's fascinating.
I don't understand it either. It's magic.
No,
but
I also don't understand how they
exists.
welded in the old times. I never did that.
What?
Welding.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I'm not like a welding expert at all. I mean, fusing metals is badass as anything, but
I'm putting a welding area.
In your house?
I'm putting a welding area in.
That's so great.
I like having hobbies. I mean, isn't that, I got this fantasy house to do all my hobbies. I don't want to leave my house ever.
That's great.
I want to be there. Everybody could come there.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily always welcome, but,
in general, it's
I hardly leave my house now.
Yeah?
And I'm living in a 1-bedroom apartment right now.
But you live in L.A., though, so the traffic, is intense.
Well, imagine how long it takes to get off my grounds.
Yeah. So
I do have aviation and stuff.
You could parachute to places, right?
You need a clean place to land.
Do you? I
mean, I might be able to control my fantasy house, but the rest of the world is still, this is America.
Folks, if you're going to take anything from this episode.
Hey, it's I can't impose myself on others. Huh?
Do unto others as you'd like done to you in your fantasy house.
Exactly.
That's right.
I don't want people landing on my property without permission.
That's very kind of you.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
I try to be a good neighbor.
You sound like it.
I don't want to be able to see any of my neighbors, but I still want to be a good neighbor to those people.
You're a good L.A. libertarian. I like that about you. Very kind. I'm not going to bother you. Don't bother me, and everyone's going to be fine.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
Do your thing. Let me do my thing.
That's great. All right. So, what do you have a garage? Can I see a garage from this puppy, or is it hidden? Or
You see, when I considered the garage, I mostly come back to the idea I don't really care about cars.
okay.
You know, I don't even know if I'd necessarily have like a garage. My garage probably wouldn't even have cars in it. It might open and have something in there that I'm doing in there, maybe.
Yeah.
Or, God, that sounds cheap of me. Even when I have a fantasy house, I start thinking about saving space.
It's okay.
Is it?
There's nothing wrong. There's no right or wrong in your
like
fantasy house.
my car would probably be outside. I don't think I'd have multiple cars. I'd have like one good car, you know, Range Rover type or something.
Yeah.
And then the rest would be drivers. I hate driving.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drive anymore. So maybe there's an area for the driver.
Okay.
Garage has a driver living in the garage. The garage is also the driver's living quarters.
It's his quarters, his or her quarters
Yeah.
right there. Okay.
Actually, no, he should be on. Well, should he be there? This is, you know.
It's a fantasy house.
God,
Dude.
but
It could be a really nice
I'm adding
garage.
problems. But at the end of the day, you know what I fear is having to come out and I see the driver guy when I didn't want to drive. And I have to like say hello.
Oh, you want your introvert time and you have to start interacting?
Yeah, I think running into my driver would be like, oh, God, I got to see there. I can see myself like hiding in my super housing. Fuck, the driver's outside.
Wow,
and I can't come out now because I have to avoid him. I do that with my neighbors. Like, I've been like ready to leave my apartment and I'm like, oh, my neighbor's outside. I hear him. I won't come out.
I like I'm like, is this Alex or is this one of the Beach Boys?
The Beach Boys?
This guy just, you sound like a old like a introvert celebrity that's like, oh God, I've been in my house for 2 months. I'm out of food and I just keep ordering pizzas and I don't want to have to see my driver today. Like,
Yeah, like I wonder if there's a way to make it so that the driver knows that I don't want to see him, but I also still want him to think that I'm nice and one of the guys.
yeah, well, there's nothing not nice about being a human that wants to be a little alone. I mean, you shouldn't be ashamed of that in your fantasy house. If you want some introvert time, that's
Right.
perfectly healthy. There's something in our culture that always makes people feel like you're supposed to be an extrovert at all times. You're supposed to be a star on YouTube, a star on Facebook. Everyone's supposed to love you. You're supposed to only have pictures on your Instagram of you and all of your friends doing the most amazing vacations on top of Eiffel Towers and traveling the world. It's like, that's not real. Like, it's totally natural.
Sometimes I feel because if I don't do those things, I'm also like taking for granted the nice times. Like, why am I not posting? Because I don't post anything. Like, why am I not?
You're busy actually.
Am I not enjoying the nice times? Because if I don't post it, did I like it? You know, like, am I not?
No, I think you're enjoying them even better sometimes when it's like you're actually there and in the moment.
I wonder what people think if I started Instagramming my new house. Like I couldn't probably even show people.
Your fantasy house?
Yeah.
I mean, you would.
Can you show people? I mean,
Yeah.
How many? You know.
You can do whatever you want.
Oh no, I know, but can I show people? Could I do? You know, what kind of messages do you start getting then?
Dude, you got the
asking.
dopest house. When can I come over and BBQ?
Oh my God, you know what? Like, if the same person that I wanted to come, then in turn, like, asked me first, I'd be like, oh, they can't come.
If they asked you before you got a chance to ask them, they'd be like, now they can't come. Shit, why did you ask me?
Exactly. No. I like to think that perhaps if I had all that good fortune bestowed upon me, that I'd be more welcoming. I do like having people over. I don't like them being surprised, and I certainly don't like seeing neighbors like on a surprise.
You like your privacy.
Yeah.
Well, let's go inside this house. Today you don't get to have your privacy. I'm here, and me and my guests want to see you around. So give us a tour, and then you can go back to just being a naked dude walking around your house.
Well, I can't always be naked in there, right? Because I guess I can.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, I'm far enough to where somebody would really have to.
Dude, if you your property is not 2 acres. Okay, this is a 100-acre, 500-acre property.
Yeah.
So you can walk around naked. Second of all, with the technology that you talk about in your glass windows, with a click of a button, you've turned them blackout, dark, or whatever level transparent you want. So you could be naked walking around your house, Alex.
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel like I have to convince my friend that he can walk around naked in his house. Al,
no, it's hard.
Weird.
It's hard to accept these nice things. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
I was thinking about it, but now I'm actually coming to terms with everything that I have now.
Yeah, it's good.
And there's a certain amount of guilt that I didn't think I had when I was just thinking about this in my head.
You've got your fantasy elite guilt.
Who have I left behind?
Oh.
I earned it.
You earned this house, man.
I earned this house. This is my house.
You earned this house.
Yeah. I'm naked in my house.
You're naked in your house. You're naked even on this tour. Now give us a fucking tour of your house.
There's my kitchen window in my apartment right now. I've actually like had blinds sitting next to this window for like over a month.
That you haven't installed or what?
I haven't installed, and I'm still like every once in a while like creeping quickly into my kitchen naked to grab something, and I still haven't put up this freaking.
Dude, just get an electric drill or some epoxy and just tape those puppies up.
No, drill. Cheep, cheep.
There you go.
Boom, boom.
Cheep, cheep, boom, boom.
So walking in, you know, the house to me, coming in just nice and clean, right?
Yeah.
Like wood, metal, clean.
Wood,
very
metal,
high
clean.
ceilings, right? That's something, very high.
20 feet tall?
Yeah,
Okay.
perhaps.
Nice.
I thought it'd be cool to do the thing where you could see under the pool area of my infinity pool.
Oh, yeah.
So you look up there. That's kind of nice. Living room.
It's going to let in some nice natural light. So even if all the walls are blacked out,
the light's important. I get depressed in the dark.
Yeah.
So a lot of natural light. That's the thing. The whole thing's open.
Yeah.
For the most part, I like to see it as open as possible. I only got the one bedroom. I got a couple other rooms, but just the one bedroom.
It's like a studio house.
No, it's got a proper bedroom. There's other rooms, but there's only one room to sleep in.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But
I read that wrong.
Living room.
Yep.
I don't need an exorbitant TV for the main living room.
Yeah.
100 inches, maybe a full wall type thing.
That's it. Okay.
But good enough
a nice
to
small 100-inch full wall.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
dude, we're I'm on another level now. So come inside. I want you to kind of feel at home. Oh, something I thought would be nice is not that I make people take off their shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
When they come into my house, I don't like that. You come into somebody's house and they're like, "Oh, take your shoes off," but also I understand it. Slipper dispenser. You come in with chip chip and slippers.
Great.
and you have the option of hey, put your shoes away.
Yeah.
And take your complimentary slippers.
Yeah.
And walk through the house. You know what I mean? Not
That's
like
great.
we have trouble keeping it clean. It's clean. This house is clean.
No, it's fun. That's a kind of exciting little thing.
But it'd be like a nice little. I've never seen a slipper dispenser.
Me neither.
So
It's very
as soon as you
Japanese
come in,
hotel.
hey, come on in. Just regular. $5. I don't want to. It's not. They're not leaving with a gift bag or nothing.
I want reef sandals.
No. Come on.
Delivered by a reef lady.
I mean, I could have whole baseball teams coming through.
That's true.
I can't.
Can't
We're
just
not
be
gonna.
giving reef,
We can't just throw away money.
Yeah. So you got to be frugal. You want to get this fancy house
I got to pay for the lights on both the football and
You're so
baseball
responsible.
stadium. We got to save where we can. So yeah, living room, seating area, nice place to chill, lounge.
Is there carpet, hard floor? What is
Hard
it?
floors.
Okay.
Carpet is disgusting.
Okay, you are
Right?
anti-carpet living room. Okay.
We can have rugs.
Okay.
We can have nice rugs all over.
Okay.
Maybe some skins. Maybe some of my cows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like the idea of using the entire animal.
Hell yeah.
Which, by the way, I want to learn how to butcher, like the animal. So that's a thing. I want to fill myself with all these hobbies in my house. So I could, the animal that I butchered, perhaps. Anyways, we can have skins down like that. Hardwood floors. I would maybe like a bamboo, something lighter.
Yeah.
White on the inside, nice artwork on the walls, just clean.
What's one of the artworks on the walls that you see right now?
Huh. I wish I knew more about art,
Just describe it, like colors and pictures. I mean,
I guess if I was, sticking with the wall, I'd have to get more modern and contemporary art. I would say maybe I don't know, some sharp colors,
yeah,
abstracts, to kind of offset all the white.
yeah.
Although black and white looks nice too. Maybe there's some photography in the place. Got to have some pictures of the family up in there. I got my nephews and my dad and my brother, my mom.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have kids. I'm not considering that I have kids in this house. It's just now. So all the people. A lot of pictures of my dog. Maybe a picture of my old dog.
Yeah.
And the dog before that died. But yeah, I guess you got to put some color up on the wall. Maybe like those picture frames that change the pictures.
Oh yeah, super tech.
Just simple. Yeah. Well, it's not even that techy. I mean, you can get those at I think they sell them at Rite Aid. But nice ones.
Yeah.
Maybe billboard type thing. Be cool. Those walls that are the whole wall's kind of like a screen, but that gets more. I want the house to
You want it to be relatable, I guess you could say, not so high tech that it's weird like that.
I mean, I don't know how much you should have going on in the main house. Do I really want a lot of absurd things going on in there?
Yeah.
You don't
want your living room to feel like Times Square either, with a bunch of stuff moving and going
You come
around.
in and I like being really relaxed at home.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
Yeah. I want to be able to chill at home. Get into kitchen area.
Yeah, let's go into the kitchen.
I love cooking.
Yeah.
Right? So my kitchen would actually be a super highly functional kitchen. Maybe a big island where I can do a lot of work there. I want to personally be able to cook for like a whole bunch of people.
Oh, yeah. What would you cook if you were like making something for us right now?
Well, right at this moment, a big thing I've done for like a long time, even though I've taken a couple of years off, is I do like a Thanksgiving. Like I handle Thanksgiving. I make 2 birds. And I do this at in my apartment.
Yeah.
I do 2 birds. Like I roast one. I deep fry one. Oh. I make a baked mashed potatoes. I make the gravy from is it giblets or giblets?
I think it's giblets.
Giblets. I make a baked mac and cheese. My stuffing is bomb. Like, dude, I go off.
So good.
So I like cooking. I like cooking for a bunch of people. So I would need, multiple ovens. You need a nice big grilling area. But the biggest thing is I would need like the cooking shows where I just have everything prepped all the time somehow. And I never have to clean it. I always wonder that. Like,
it's the worst part about cooking. Cleaning.
Yeah, if I could just be able to cook all the time and just throw the shit like everywhere.
Yeah. And
it gets cleaned, like that would be amazing.
Like if you had some sort of technology that did that or something. If you had some sort of technology that handled that for you.
Yeah, because again, I don't necessarily think I want the people.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of having, I suppose because of everything I got going on, I need some help in the house. But
there's so many ways you could solve this. I mean, you got a kitchen AI with some sort of robot hands that wash the dishes.
I've always liked robots ever since I was a little kid.
I like that as the title for a book. I've always liked robots.
I've always liked robots. That's the opening line.
Yeah.
It ends in disaster.
And then and then the last line is also, I've always liked robots.
I've always liked robots.
And then I thought to myself, as I lay there ripped in half by nanobots slowly devouring my flesh, I've always liked robots.
But that maybe it's as easy as I need onion, green pepper, minced garlic, salt, and then it goes. A bunch of little bowls come out.
Badass.
Because have you ever seen when these people are cooking on TV and they're just able to, and they've got all these little ramekins all over the place, and you're done cooking in 15 minutes. I was like, who did all that?
I love that, dude. Someone
did that. Like you can't cook that in 15. It drives me insane.
Someone told me that the French style of cooking. I don't remember who it was. It was either one of a guest on this show or just someone in daily life told me that that's the French style. What? And I guess that's like a pop culture thing. Is that the French style is to spend all of your time prepping. Like the Lincoln thing, right? If I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 5 sharpening the axe. I think it's that same philosophy of you're gonna cook something. Well, spend most of your time prepping all the stuff, get it all set up, and then just cook real quick, and it'll be fun. Have a pleasure.
Well, I mean, if you're just cooking at home, that's a little excessive, right?
I don't think so. It's an art, and it's a form of relaxation.
Yeah.
Because I used to always think I hate cooking when I was younger.
Yeah.
Or not that I hate cooking. I was like, I'll leave that up to the pros. I'm not a pro at cooking. I'll leave it up to the pros. And I just love the best of everything. So it's fun to just be like, I'm gonna pay someone to make me shit. Yeah. And then at some point, I think probably going broke or something happening where I was just like, I want sushi. I can't afford sushi. I'm gonna go to the store and buy the ingredients. And then I made poor man's ghetto sushi where I deep fried tuna salad with sriracha sauce on it. And made the rice and the nori paper. I started making poor man's ghetto sushi, and then I started making steaks when I started eating more carb free, lower whatever you call it, lower carb eating. And I was like, how do you keep it interesting? And eventually, over the years, it literally was a 10-year process. I love cooking now.
Yeah,
I don't even know, and now I get excited. I'm going to go home and cook something for the kids, and I'm like, oh, dude, it's like a pleasure.
I love cooking. I love spending the time. I don't mind the prep. I was just, I mean, there's times where maybe I would have rather not chopped onions or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, generally speaking, if I'm making something, you got to prep whatever you got to prep before you do it.
Yeah. But you could have the AI, or you could have a robot hands that either prep, or you could say, "Hey, don't prep this one. I want to do it."
Right.
And they just worry about cleaning it up, robot.
Right.
Have a great day. Thanks.
Yeah. Somebody's over. I want to show them my knife skills or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you could sharpen the friggin' knife, please, I would appreciate that, robot.
Dude. A dull knife is a very dangerous knife.
Oh, dude, it's dangerous because it's boring to cut stuff when your knife's not going through it.
Yeah.
Also, it's slippery.
That's when you lose your fingers. Man.
Ugh. Yeah, because it's still sharp enough to chop shit off.
Oh, yeah.
It's still a fine point, but it's not enough to just...
Our skin cuts with pretty dull objects.
Isn't it funny how weak our shit is sometimes?
It's amazing, how weak we are. It's amazing, what can kill you, and amazing, what you could survive at the same time. It always bugs me out when I hear those crazy stories of somebody, tripped down a step or something, and they
that's it.
Died, or then somebody, fell down a mountain and you survived for 3 days at the
or
bottom.
fell, like you're talking about skydiving. People, this parachute don't open, they're like, that guy survived? Like, what? I just get fascinated that our skin heals itself. I was telling my son, he's going to be 3 this week, and I was telling him the other day, I was like, he scraped his knee. I was like, and now your body's going to actually put that back together there, and it's going to rebuild the skin in that area. And he was just like, you're weird, Dad. But I was
That's a weird thing to tell a kid.
but it's what's happening. His knee's got like a little scab on it now, and it's going to like heal over. The scab's going to fall off, and voila, like your body just did that while you were busy not sitting there going heal, 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 telling your skin. It just did that. Your cells knew what to do. It's mind blowing.
It is mind blowing, dude. How did we get here?
On the subject of the podcast. Oh, just tangents. I thought you meant like as people. Right, man? Evolution, bro. All right. So your kitchen's wild. What's the kitchen look like? What's that like? Give me a like. What are the countertops? What's the flooring? What's the paint look like? I love to know those details.
Very nice. Bro. Okay. Again, my entire house, it's white, right? But now the kitchen, I'm thinking like a grayish type marble, like for the island, for the countertops, maybe some steel for my counters and whatnot. I mean, I'm sorry, for my cabinets and stuff like that.
Okay. So very industrial.
Yeah, clean. You know what I mean? Like, I like the idea of stainless steel, like all over the place.
Yeah, because you can see it and it feels clean. Yeah,
it's clean. You know, I'm not necessarily the cleanest guy, but in my fantasy, spotless. Everything is immaculate. There's no bacteria. Like I'm immune to bacteria. I can't get sick from.
You made yourself stronger.
Yeah, I made myself stronger through the exposure.
Good for you. Well, take me to like bathroom. I got to go to a master bedroom.
Okay,
and a bathroom. We got to go.
Master bedroom is
master bedroom.
I like the idea of having my bed like in the middle of the room, kind of.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that where it's just kind of like a bed there.
Yeah.
You know, and one big thing, like I have trouble sleeping. I'm a real light sleeper. Like I've seen where like TVs come up and you watch TV like that, but I actually want my bed to go down into like a coffin type.
Where it closes up and you get pitch black?
You don't know if it's day or night. Like, whatever sounds you want in there. Perhaps there's some, like, fiber optics that give me, you know, just the slightest bit of something. But where it's possible that I can be down there and you don't know when it is.
So like your bed literally, like
it goes down into
sinks
the ground.
down into the floor.
Yeah.
And then the top comes over it. So you could totally have full darkness.
It's like a coffin.
Dude, it's so funny because I love... Last time I went to like... I forgot what cave I was at. I went somewhere. I was on a trip. Was it Carl's? No. I don't
Carlsbad Caverns?
Was it Carlsbad Caverns?
Unbelievable, yeah.
I just remember going in... no, I think it was in Yosemite. I went into a cave in Yosemite. And, dude, I was like... They shut the lights off in there, like, when you're on the tour to show you, like, what pitch black really feels like. And I was like, God, I could just, like, go to sleep in here. It's so rad. And at home, even the light that comes off our sound machine, this little green light, I'm like, I put like a T-shirt or one of my kids' socks over it. Yeah. I'm just like, I want it to be black. I don't want to see a freaking clock.
Right.
I don't want to see anything, like, just black. So this makes me excited.
Well, that's the trouble. I do everything I can to make it black, but when it's really black, the slightest bit of light is,
it's
like the moon.
And if you put an eye mask over, I don't know if you get this, if you ever try this, but you put an eye mask over, but it feels like your eyes feel like heavy and uncomfortable over time. I don't like it.
I had an eye mask cover because I mean I've had sleep issues forever. I had an eye mask cover that was like a number one. It had Velcro in the back.
Yeah.
And then the front was like memory foam.
Oh, nice.
So it would kind of softly. Yeah, it was nice. It was the best one I had. And then I lost it on a flight or something.
Oh, you got to get another one. That sounds like an important
It was like a gift. I don't think it was cheap, but the best gift is like something that you wouldn't buy yourself. I wouldn't even consider picking up something.
You do
like
need
that.
people to do the extravagant, like flamboyant.
I'm not going to buy myself a memory foam eye mask, but it had like a little ridge. It was kind of like layered, and it would fit on your eyes. And once it kind of like molded, it was very light. But every other mask, the pressure of having that on my face, it goes well beyond.
I want to buy this thing you're talking about, though, the Tempur-Pedic.
I think it's like a Brookstone type thing. Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah,
it is just like a fancy dorky ass gift for myself. I need that. That sounds great. It's worth it, dude. You should get another one for yourself too, dude.
I should. Now that I think about it, I mean, I've been like tracking my sleep and all that stuff for the longest time, and I'm sleeping better. But dude, the sleep has been a monster my entire life. So my bed coffin
would be
huge. Yeah.
Your bed coffin. All right. And is your room also just like bright white and
It's white and actually what I would want in my room, like as far as like artwork wise, it'd just be a lot of black and whites of like wild animals. Mostly
cool.
lions,
photography or paintings
photography. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Maybe a painting. You mix it in there.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody comes across and wants to. If I discover some kind of piece, maybe an entire wall has got like but that's the kind of motif I want. Jungle cats.
Love it.
Yeah.
Jungle cats.
They call me El León de Havana.
Do they really?
No.
Okay.
Nobody's ever called me
That's
that.
funny. Well, now they have to.
My kind of girlfriend has called me that, but I don't know if she meant it.
The author of I've Always Loved Robots, León de Havana.
Havana.
Okay, so is there a you have to have a bathroom here, right? This is one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, bathroom, big thing for me. I've never had a bidet. Mm-hmm. Okay, need a bidet. His and hers toilets just in case.
Yeah.
I want one of them showers where showers come from everywhere.
You're just blasted.
Yeah, I get in there and it's like, and temperature, of course, has to be handled. Mm-hmm. I'm very sensitive to cold water. So I can't imagine getting into my spray everywhere shower and the first drop comes out cold.
Oh, yeah. That'd be intense.
No, unacceptable. Everywhere. Somebody's losing their job.
Okay.
So definitely showers all over. I take a lot of baths. I know that's not that masculine, but I like taking baths.
Dude, baths are amazing. Who cares if it's masculine, feminine,
and by the way,
or whatever?
This is all open in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's you could, it's all there.
Yeah.
Like in my room. Like, the bathrooms and all that stuff are there.
Meaning
you can get privacy toilet-wise with,
Okay.
Because, the glass will become opaque or whatever.
But there's not a wall separating you from the rest of the bathroom.
It's all open there. It's all there.
So you do have a very lofty studio kind of feel to it.
Right.
Okay.
Big, open room. It's an enormous room.
Yeah.
This room's probably 3,000 square feet.
Oh, nice.
It's huge.
So you couldn't even hear me shitting in your bathroom anyway.
No, you'll be over there doing your thing, but you're out there. Yeah. If you don't turn the thing, I can see you if you want to get cute. You want it to be funny, and you'll be like, I'm not turning.
I do.
I'm not making.
I do want to get funny.
Hello, I'm not going to. And I'm like, hey, please, But I wouldn't give in. I let you do your thing.
I appreciate that.
So yeah, it's not so far that you can't see, but big and open. Sauna, steam room. Maybe like a jacuzzi, of course, Mm-hmm. Maybe some salt water in there to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the things you need to feel good.
Oh, it's so good, dude. Sauna right there.
Refrigerator, maybe, with like fancy bottled waters.
What's fancy bottled water?
Like a Pana?
I don't even know that one.
I don't know. I worked in a restaurant that I thought was too expensive for me, and they were expensive.
I remember when I thought Voss was
They just come in a glass bottle,
I thought Voss was expensive when it came out.
Yeah, Voss good water, right?
That one with the gray top.
Yeah.
It's from Iceland.
I think anytime it's an actual glass, like they've done a lot for your water.
I think they pay more for the bottle that it comes in, that glass bottle for Voss.
Oh, it has to.
How much does that bottle cost? It's got that really...
Dude, last night I checked, like if you've got water, you just kind of pour it. I mean, it's...
You've had crappy water before, but this water tastes like shit.
I think almost all the water tastes bad.
Some water tastes good, dude.
Yeah, no. Well, true. I love my Brita water. My Brita water seems... But
Brita's a good filter, right?
Yeah, I think so. When I drink the water cold from my Brita, I love it.
I drink that... my wife likes that sparkling water. It's called Spindrift, and it's like, have you ever had LaCroix? Remember LaCroix got super popular for like 3 years?
Isn't it super popular now? I feel like
I don't know. I think it's slowing down, dude. I think it's slowing down.
People keep telling me to get it. That'll keep me from drinking soda.
It's got like a really, really weird finish on it. Like the aftertaste after you swallow, you're like, what is that? And I was just not into it.
Water, period.
I see. I kind of do, but the Spindrift has actual fruit in it, but it's only like one piece of fruit in the whole thing. So it's like a gram or 2 grams of sugar in a can. So it's like nothing, pretty much negligible amount of sugar, and it tastes really good. It's not strong and sweet. Like there's no finish on it where you're like tasting the sugar.
Why do people want that?
Because they're trying not to drink soda. I'm saying it's good. I would get that. But other kinds of water that tastes good, Voss tastes good. Fiji or whatever water. I almost said Fuji.
How long could that fruit be in that can before it's a problem?
It's in a can. I don't know.
Is that all right?
I wouldn't worry about it. Your facial expression. You're truly concerned. All right. Where else are we going? You got to take me some other spots. Is there anything else in your house?
Second living room.
Second living room?
It's a bar.
It's a lot of living this guy's doing.
Yeah. Well, this is like this is where we would watch games.
Okay.
Right? So this would be a full-on bar setup, actual working bar, fully stocked.
Yeah.
A number of beers on tap.
What will we drink? What will we drink right now?
I've got a full
Are you going
bar.
behind the bar to be the bartender right now?
Yes,
Like
I used to bartend, and that's
Okay.
going to be like a big talking point for me. Is like, hey, I don't know if you guys know this, but before I lived in this house, I used to bartend.
Oh, yeah.
And that would, be like, oh wow, and and then I'd pour really nice drinks. It'd be like again, adding to like my cooking. Maybe I fed you. Now I'm giving you like a nice drink that I made.
Oh.
But really, I mean, what would you order?
I'm in the mood for
literally, you can have anything you want.
I'm in the mood for tequila right now,
Okay.
and a really good beer to pair with the tequila.
We can do that. You would only have the best tequila.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like a
Ice cold.
1942. What's like the best tequila?
I don't know much about tequila. I know I've had some really good tequilas. I don't know.
Patron, was it silver? No. Patron silver is a cheap one. Platinum?
Is that?
I don't know. I'll just find the stuff that costs a lot. So when you come, you'd be like, man, the experience I had.
Yeah.
You know?
I won't even know. As long as it's not the really cheap one with a bad taste to it, then you could just trick me. Because I've had like $50 bottle scotch and then $200 bottle scotch and been like, they're both good. I had some tequila, like a couple $100 a bottle. I was like, that was good.
Absolutely. You could trick me too. Chances are you might even like the cheaper one better. But I wouldn't trick you at my house.
I appreciate that.
I would give you the best stuff. As a matter of fact, I'd take that most expensive tequila and I'd make you like a shitty mixed tequila drink with it. Filled with like sour mix and
with
shit.
a bunch of stuff that's going to give me a sugar hangover.
Yeah.
No, I want tequila, like iced, like chilled tequila, but neat, and then some limes and some salt because I want to do a traditional like style of just getting all those nice flavors that you get, and then really the whatever beer you can think of that's just going to be so good.
Have those things
to chase it.
Oh shit! Now we're talking.
What's Al showing you on the phone?
Extra Añejo La Lique Limited, $6,600 a bottle.
That's just.
Guess what you're drinking at my house?
I'm drinking that
all day.
But no one's gonna believe if you say it's $6,000 a bottle and it's made by Patron. They're gonna be like,
no, but you know what's the thing is, I wouldn't tell you that's how much it was.
Oh, okay.
But I leave the bottle.
Just to be.
I leave the bottle on the counter the whole time because I'd want you to go search it after.
But what if I didn't? And you're like, did you look at that bottle? And I'd be like, huh? No, I was just asking you.
Do that.
Show me down the hall. You're like, no, but did you look at the bottle?
But I know my guess. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that, but because there's enough places to show off already.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
We probably played baseball.
I mean, you have your own stadium, so the Patron is going to be like, yeah, that's great. You got great
my
Patron.
house and like, even if you don't play, you come, you watch a few innings of baseball with. You're getting service.
Going skydiving for a little bit, then coming back and going in your sauna.
And I tell the tandem guy to take you up real quick.
Yeah.
By the end of the afternoon, you could be jumping by yourself. Like, would have like a.
I don't want to. I want to be strapped to a man that's braver than me. That's my whole. That's my life goal.
Get you like certified.
That's how I accomplish my goals. Is I strap myself to a braver dude.
People could come to my house and get certified for skydiving.
Yeah, I love it.
Like you could leave, as a parachutist.
That's great.
But yeah, you have this kind of day, so you come up. I don't need to tell you how much I paid for it, but you'd be curious because you'd be like, I haven't seen that before. So the curiosity, you might forget. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It does not, it's no object here.
Yeah.
Money's no object.
But fully stocked bar, pool tables. What's that game? I don't play it so much, but when you throw the little things,
they're like discs.
They're like discs. Gosh,
it is like
you know what I'm talking about.
It's like the Canadian sweeping game.
You throw it. It's supposed to land at the end. Shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard, and they always have that silicone sand that
they
rolls on.
got the
so cool! I have
one of those.
That's fun when you're drinking.
What's the little hockey dudes? Foosball?
Table hockey, foosball. Oh yeah,
foosball. Maybe some arcade. But
that's great.
Oh, the fun time. For the boys.
And what's it look like inside there? What's the general design?
We break off from our all white motif here.
I figured.
Yeah, we completely break off. I would maybe even go with like an Irish type feel.
Oh, okay, like Irish bar?
Yeah, we get a little bit darker in there. TVs,
Yeah.
One major TV to watch the Dolphins, and then, you can watch the other stuff.
Gotta watch the Dolphins from our Miami friend over here, right?
Man,
we gotta watch.
Brutal, but I watch them anyways.
Yeah.
I watch them anyway. If somebody wants to
watch them because I'm an Ace Ventura fan, so don't you worry. I'm with you, dude. I'll bring you Snowflake.
Yeah. I would probably end up watching more TV in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a fun bar atmosphere, right?
It's nice. And I go in there, drink a beer, It's not like I'm spending a lot of time watching TV shows per se. But, I probably go in there. That's the place you kind of kick back more.
Yeah.
Right? Darts, you just mess around.
There's a bunch of LA comedians interrupting you doing stage time while you're trying to watch your game.
We have an open mic. We've got an open mic while the game's on.
While the game's on?
Yeah, we get a couple heckles
dude,
in.
I was just going to say you have hecklers in your house.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Totally. So that's my fun time room. A lot of games in there. I have movie theaters.
All right.
Yeah. I have one of my favorite things to do in the world is just go to the movies by myself.
Yeah.
I have a one-seat movie theater.
So it's a full theater, but with one seat in it?
Full theater. Beautiful, right? And that
Love
one seat,
it.
everything is tailored to, like, that seat. And I don't think this has been invented, but I also thought it'd be cool, like, if somehow the room or the screen can do this. You know, and kind of zoom back, or even, you know, with a certain amount of tilt.
So whichever way you're comfortable laying, the screen goes?
Exactly. Like, this chair is a very special chair. It's got functions. You know, this is, you know, a total immersed experience. You know, a little bit of rattling maybe.
Yeah.
Speakers in the ear. But just for me. You know, just for me in there. I watch by myself.
That's great.
And then we can have another movie room for people to watch, screen stuff, you know. We make some videos and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
We watch them in there with our friends, laugh, stuff like that.
I love it.
But I need my own one. Nobody's allowed in
love that
there.
you have, like, don't go in that one.
Don't.
That's my theater.
No. You probably need my like, retina or something.
I was just going to say a scan.
Yeah.
A retinal
because
scan.
you can't trust people to just not go inside. Like, even though you're at my house by invitation, you know how people are.
You know, if I spend the night at your house and you're like, all right, I got to go run some errands, make yourself at home. You're going to come home and be like, where's John at? I'll be sitting in your theater. I was just checking out your theater.
You know what maybe I do instead of the retina thing is maybe I trap people inside if they try. Like, somehow when you come in, when they see it's not me.
Now that I told you that, I get punished.
Yeah, I told you, and it's just like blaring. No, you know, and it's
I
just
should never have.
And what would be perfect is then on the screen would come like a personalized video made to shame you.
That's
for not following my instructions.
Like the video they show you at the beginning of
every guest that comes has had a video produced about them that, like, reminds you of your most embarrassing times, the errors you've made in your life, all the shame that you'd be stuck there with it playing on a loop until
until you come home and put the passcode in and let me out.
I'd be like, what did I tell you? And then at the end, I'm like, what did you learn?
It's like watching that movie, Defending Your Life, like watching my own mistakes on the screen.
I wouldn't be mad at the person after that. I would, it would be, there'd also be a camera on you. I'd want to see how you reacted to all your shames.
It's a good learning experience. It's a good psychological experiment.
Yeah,
and I think
I invite you to my place. Right. First of all, you shouldn't be snooping around, and there's only one bedroom here. You shouldn't even be here. You should be in your guest house.
That's true.
But maybe I was nice enough to leave you behind. Like, all right, just stay. I'm going to go. I have,
no, that was kind of.
I have
you,
a massage,
and then I was wandering around. I was like, he's not going to mind if I go in here. And then the little angel on my shoulder was like, John, he said not to go in this room. And then the devil's like, did he though? Just go check out the room.
There's only one room that's off limits. I feel like in that case I should make it worse, but I don't want to be a bad host.
I'm not a fan of draconian punishment. I think as your friend on this episode, I'm just going to let you know, let's not make it too much harsher than the punishment.
It's trespassing. Tom.
Okay.
It's kind of serious.
All right, you win.
People used to die for that.
You win. I deserve to have my hands shackled and to be beaten.
Maybe not to that extreme, but I mean, there is a price to pay.
I'm just teasing. Okay, should we go? Where else should we check out in the house before? Should we go check out the guest houses?
I have one more room in my house.
Let's do it.
I've got a room for my dog.
Take
Diamond.
me to your doggy room.
This is a very special room. Have you ever been to the Waddles Mansion over there?
No.
So somehow I need to construct it into this house where when Diamond, my dog's name is Diamond. Mm-hmm. She was named after my last dog, Diamond. Where you go into this room, but it's this park. It's a park instead, artificial. It's an artificial park for the dog, and it's a replica of this park right next to my house that my dog really loves.
Yeah.
We go there all the time. And she'll be able to run around there. She knows the park. It's exactly the same somehow, So
yeah.
I think this is logistically the hardest part. But it still needs to kind of maybe it's built into the situation somehow. But it's beautiful. Really cool park. I wish you knew it. But the best thing would be that she finally, she gets to catch the squirrels and the lizards.
The squirrels she's always chasing after?
She never got one.
But she gets
She's
them.
never even been close.
That's very sweet of you.
To a single, so there may be some type of, artificial squirrel, or maybe we weight. You get weighted squirrels, fatter, the kind of squirrel that's
fatter squirrels.
I don't know.
You hang fishing weights from the squirrels' ankles.
I haven't decided how this would work.
Let's go with artificial squirrels, so we don't have to torture any of these squirrels.
If you see her face, the way she wants it so bad.
I want her to be happy
and
too.
she never gets it. But in her room, she could, maybe catch some lizards. She likes. You know, so the same tree that she circled a million times trying to chase a lizard, like she gets them sometimes.
I love it.
You know,
I'm going to say we'll do Westworld, robotic lizards and squirrels, so that we don't have to, we don't have to cut up any actual squirrels and lizards.
Yeah, no animals are harmed in this fantasy, except for the ones that I raised for the purpose of.
Well, the Wagyu beef, there's really no way around it, right?
Listen, they live the best life you can live for a long time. They're just fattened up. They're massaged.
What do? They massage them and they feed them beer and butter?
Them. They feed them all sorts of kind of butter and just stuff to make them fat. And and I think the massage is a major component of it. You're just getting rub downs all the time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Massaging them. They should massage all the cows, right? It's like they're doing a service. They're making a steak. Give them massages while they're alive.
They deserve a little love, I would imagine.
I don't know any
people that have cows seem to say that they're pretty nice, and they can,
I've heard that it does make it difficult to find out that they're nice when people that work with them are like they're actually really sweet animals. You're like, why did you tell me that? Why did you tell me that? Could you just, what? Could you give them a massage for me?
Yeah, I forget about all that when I eat them.
Well, you can't think about everything and eat. Yeah, they said it in the He-Man movie, Masters of the Universe. Don't think while you eat. I saw it when I was a kid.
Who knows this line?
You ever seen Masters of the Universe, the He-Man movie?
Of course I've seen it, but I couldn't remember a single scene. Who was it? Dolph Lundgren? Who was?
No, it wasn't Dolph Lundgren. It was the old dude and... Huh?
Come on, He-Man, right?
Yeah, He-Man, the He-Man movie. It was I forgot their names. They're the two people that are like homies with He-Man. They have to meet up with him. And they're starving and they get some KFC and like they're eating. And she's like, they eat their animals here? And he's like, don't think while you eat. And I was like, that's good advice. I was like 7. I've carried it all this time, and I'm doing fine.
Dude, so
I'm a vegan trapped inside a friggin' steak-obsessed person's body. Okay, is there anywhere else that we should go?
Oh, yes. I have a destruction room.
Dude, that's fucking
It'll
rad.
be different motifs. It could be an office one day, and you can go in there and fucking destroy it. Like,
Alex, that's so fucking rad.
Yeah, you need to do that.
That's one of the coolest things anyone has ever had on this show. A destruction room.
Yeah, you tear it to fucking
so cool.
pieces, and whenever you come back, program it to be whatever room you want to destroy next time. When you're ready, boom, destroy it. Your friends can come destroy it.
One time, my friend had a TV at a flat screen that was broken, and he was having a party.
Yeah.
And he said that I could. He's like, you smash it up if you want. He literally, my buddy Brian, if you're listening, the hat's off to you. That was such a great experience. He let me just in the garage, we were all just drinking, and he let me just smash a flat screen with a bat. And I gotta tell you, it actually took a lot of energy and time to really break it. I'm also not the strongest guy.
Nice, dude.
But yeah, dude, that's so fucking cool that you have a destruction room.
Yeah, I think it. And I think it's good for your mental health. And imagine,
Yeah, to create, you must destruct or destroy or something like that, right? It's all the process of the universe. Yeah, dude. So you gotta get that energy out. It's like a punching bag.
Yeah, but better.
But better. You can.
There's actual. There's only so much you can do to the punching bag.
One time I was on stage at a comedy show, and I forgot what happened, and I said something in the joke, and then I just dropped my beer glass, and it shattered. I was like, what the fuck? And it got a huge laugh, and I was like, dude, I want to break a glass every show. If they could do it at Jewish weddings, right, I could do it at stand-up shows. Yes. But did I stick with it? No, I didn't, but it was really fun. I'll do it again sometime.
That would be a good closer. Every time you're done, you just drop your beer and say, somebody clean this up.
All bean. For the guy that doesn't want any staff at his house. Yeah. Somebody clean it. I just go, what the fuck? I forgot what I said. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Or
like you actually said that?
Oh, dude, it was so much fun. Yeah, I just remember laughing my ass off. It got a huge laugh, too. And I was like, and all I had to do was break a glass and
That's
lose
the new closer.
Just a half pint of beer. No, seriously, though, dude. Destruction Room, bad ass. I'm so stoked on that. I'm like, that got me pumped.
Yeah.
Saying that.
No, it's a fun room. It's definitely it's a favorite when people come to visit.
Is there anywhere else in your fantasy house that do you need to show me anything else before we go?
One more room, just like a padded room.
Okay.
Like a Tempur-Pedic room.
A Tempur-Pedic room. This is the room for going crazy and listening to Limp Bizkit and just bouncing around.
It's just nice and comfy. You can get into the corner.
Yeah.
I thought that it would always be nice to have a room like that.
Yeah.
You think it'd be like a padded cell, but it's just really chill spot. People could go in there and hang out for a little bit, but you can also just get into the corner. The whole thing is Tempur-Pedic, not like a knockoff, like the actual Tempur-Pedic brand. If you've ever,
I didn't even assume for a second that you were talking about
you need the good one.
knockoff.
NASA made that one.
Yeah.
So
this NASA room, is comfy, cozy.
It's a cozy room. I don't know what people would do in there.
Maybe, I think I do. You could roll around. You could lean against the wall. You could make love up against the wall.
Yeah.
Like
you could just bounce off
Lizzie song.
You could,
You could bounce off the wall.
Yeah. Just run into the walls.
And just, I don't know if you'd bounce. You'd kind of soak into it. It would take your form.
There's a little bit of response there.
It grabs you and makes you feel like, ugh.
It takes time for that.
That's true.
Yeah, it takes a second.
So I guess you could bounce.
You're
off.
safe in there.
Okay.
You're safe in there. If somebody has a kid, they could potentially just put him in there.
That's a great idea.
There's nothing that could happen to a kid in there.
It's a great parenting plan you got there.
Yeah.
That's the parenting room. Just lock the kid in there.
That's the kidatorium.
He's safe. The kidatorium. He's safe in there. The walls are Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah, just leave him.
He can't be harmed in there. It's very safe. That's great. If you get a phone call and you have to run out real quick and you have nobody to babysit for you, just lock your kid in there.
Just get in there. Yeah. Isn't that what people do with those little pens for kids? It's kind of like the same thing, but better.
What is it?
Like those little play pens.
Oh,
You put the little kid in.
Yeah.
I lived in one of those.
But this is just like a full room of that.
It wasn't until now that I thought it would be good for babies. Maybe it's because I thought of you. But yeah, your baby's safe in there.
I thought you thought of me as a baby. I was like, all right, you want to go? You want to? Huh? Yeah, you're a baby. Oh, you mean my kids? Yeah.
My friends could get sent there for timeout.
After they go into your theater?
Yeah.
You're like, and down the hall, we're not done yet.
Yeah.
Go into the timeout room.
Yeah.
I would chill out in a timeout room like that, though, and be able to relax and just, finally have some time to myself to think. Maybe practice meditating for longer than 5 minutes for once. You know what I'm saying, Dom?
Yeah. I have to do like a guided meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that room?
Well, anywhere. In life, I can't just sit and clear my head. I try to do the thing where I follow the instructions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good apps
They tell me
for
what
that.
to do, and I do it. Yeah.
Which one do you use?
I use a guy named Glenn Harold. He's on iTunes and all that.
In the App Store.
Yeah, in the App Store.
Yeah.
And he's got a number of them. I've only paid for a couple of them. Like sometimes you buy one, they're like $3 to $5, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of free ones too. There's one that is for sleep.
Is that called Calm?
No, Calm is like one that's like a service. I've heard of that one.
Okay,
recently.
I've seen that one.
But it's not that. No, it's just like a guy.
Yeah.
I guess he does kind of like hypnosis type.
Yeah.
So he just talks and all that. And there's one that he has for sleep that I've never heard the end of it.
Oh, because you fall asleep?
I fall asleep.
Oh, it's right. I might
wake up and stuff, but yeah, I always fall asleep.
I know my parents do the Sam Harris meditation one.
Which one?
It's Sam Harris. He's got like his own app. I think it's called.
Okay.
I wonder if it's called meditation or waking up or whatever. But he's got an app, and they love that one. My buddy went to like a meditation class, like a transcendental meditation thing, and he's religious about it. Does it every day, twice a day, and he loves it. Yeah. And if you're listening to this, I guess it's just a plug for that stuff. I think that stuff's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
I wish I had like the kind of peace of mind to be able to actually do transcendental meditation.
I don't know much about it to know what it really is, but
it basically tells you being like by yourself. You go to like a teacher, they give you like your sound, like your om or whatever,
or your mantra or whatever.
You get like a personal type of mantra.
Yeah,
and the idea is that you just like clear your head. People talk about like going to like other universes and stuff.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's a whole experience.
See on DMT type.
Oh, for sure.
Stuff.
But even if you don't get that far, just to where you're just having that peace is really good for you. So we should end the episode on that, guys. Check it out. Even if it's not, you can do it even if you're like not super spiritual. You could do it if you're spiritual. There's so many different avenues, but just finding a little bit of peace once or twice a day is like a really good. I think it's probably a healthy thing, dude.
It's important for your brain. I agree.
It's good for your brain and your well-being. Where can people find you, Alex?
I'm not so much on social media, but you can find me at Alex Ansoleaga on social media, and you can also I'm still trying to do something with that Modern Man. You can check out Modern Man at modernmanshow.com.
Yeah, check it out, people. Is Modern Man the one that you're doing at the Pikey?
No, Modern Man is the pilot. I'm trying to.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, you should check it out.
I got to check it out.
Yeah.
We gotta do. All right. Yeah. Say the website again so people know it.
It's modernmanshow.com.
modernmanshow.com.
Check it out.
Yeah, dude. Guys, hit the share button. Give us a 5-star review. We got some new reviews. I'm excited. I'm going to read them soon. I know I keep saying that. I'm not doing it today. But I promise you, I'm going to read those reviews soon. Be silly. Have fun. I feel like a blessed guest. It's been badass going to your house. I love your destruction room. Such a cool idea.
Hey, you're welcome
dude,
anytime.
Dude, I feel like that needs to be like, you know how like, I don't know if you notice, so in real estate there's all these new builds, right? And they're making these new track homes, and they have come 100 miles from what they used to be. Like track homes in the old days were just like lame and boring, and they just weren't that cool. You can see a track home and you're like, ugh, what a shit life, right?
Sure.
No offense. I mean, I grew up in a track home myself. But I'm just saying, like, now when I go to a track home, I'm like, this is as good as like when you go to your friends' like badass custom homes. Yeah. Like they have cool rooms, they have cool layouts now. They're making them. The market has shown them that they have to like. If you have a track home company, a builder has to compete with other builders, and they've been stepping up their game, coming up with cooler stuff. So you see kitchen and open concepts the way that you would see in a nice custom house on the beach or a nice Hollywood Hills home is now like what you get when you buy a track home in Fontana. And so they're coming a long way. And you know, they have multimedia rooms now. They have absorption rooms for if you're absorbing like a grandparent or something like that. You know, they're thinking about it. They're having it on the first floor. They're having that extra room with a bathroom because a lot of times people's grandparents are coming to live with them or their parents are coming to live with them. And when I think of like your destruction room, I mean, I know it's like a far-fetched to be like, come on, put that in a track home for everybody. But dude, I could see that catching on like in like a Reddit forum that's like Reddit/r/destruction room, and people sharing their destruction rooms in their house. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I could see that being a thing where like it just being like a healthy thing that you have, like hitting the punching bag. Like I just go in there and I break plates like at the Renaissance Fair. Like I just think it's badass. So very cool of you to invent that and bring that up. And I hope you listeners like that. I hope you're excited. Give us a 5-star review. Hit the share button. Let me know if you want any help figuring out any real estate stuff. Have a great day. Mwah!
Thanks, buddy.
Dude, thank you. Such a good time.